You're listening to an audio article by the Common Constitutionalist. Today's article is entitled, Finally, a Reasonable Ruling Against Sanctuary Cities. On March 13, 2018, it was reported that the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals handed down a rather stunning panel decision regarding immigration and sanctuary cities. And for once, a federal court via a three-judge panel sided with the good guys, mostly. The good guys being us, the law-abiding, tax-paying American citizen. Considering the makeup of most courts and the hot potato issue that is illegal immigration and sanctuary cities, any win is encouraging. The court didn't rule as the Trump administration and most of us would have liked. They never do. Trump has been demanding that sanctuary cities be stripped of federal funding until they comply with federal immigration law. However, they did rule that, quote, the federal government's ICE detainer requests, which ask local governments to hold illegal immigrants for pickup, are legal, unquote. The ruling stemmed from a Texas law that was challenged in court. Quote, known as SB 4, the legislation Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed last year requires police to determine the legal status of those they encounter during their duties. The law also punished local elected officials, police chiefs, and other enforcement leaders who enacted or carried out sanctuary policies that refused cooperation with U.S. immigration and customs enforcement. The law explicitly said local jurisdictions should comply with detainer requests. Immigrants' rights advocates in a number of Texas cities objected. They said detainers forced state or local police to hold illegal immigrants beyond their usual release time, infringing on their Fourth Amendment rights, unquote. To this, the judge who crafted the opinion hedged a bit by stating that it is not entirely clear if illegal immigrants are covered by the Fourth Amendment. Well, I'm not a judge, an attorney, or a constitutional scholar, but I can certainly read. The Fourth Amendment states that, quote, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, unquote. Now, what people could our founders be referring to? All the Earth's people? No, of course not. They were referring to the people or citizens of the United States and those who are otherwise here legally. Seems crystal clear to me. Now, this court ruling is in regards to a Texas state law, not a federal law, which prompts the age-old question. Just who is in charge of immigration? Is it the states or the federal government? Let's go back to the supreme law of the land, the Constitution. Remember, not a scholar, but I can read, blah, blah, blah. Now, normally I'm a 10th Amendment guy, states' rights and all, but not this time. It's clear that immigration is the sole responsibility of the feds. So let's start with the obvious. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4, which states that Congress shall, quote, establish an uniform rule of naturalization, unquote. Naturalization, simply put, is the means or mechanism of a non-citizen to become a citizen. But some will say that it doesn't mention immigration. No, not in Section 8. For this, we must simply advance one section. Article 1, Section 9, Clause 1 states, quote, the migration or importation of such persons as any of the states now existing shall think proper to admit shall not be prohibited by Congress prior to the year 1808, unquote. So how easy is this? It's nice when the law is written in plain English so as to be understood by somebody like you or me. Of course, you still have to pick it up and read it. So what does it mean? It's quite obvious that Congress had no authority to limit immigration prior to 1808. So by simple extension, it means that after that, they do. And last I checked, it's after 1808. And by further extension, we can state emphatically that it is the job of the Congress to establish laws pertaining to immigration, and further that it is the President's job, through the executive branch, to faithfully execute those laws. It is additionally known that no state or locality can usurp the United States Constitution, either by local or state law, state constitutional article, or amendment. In other words, what Congress passes regarding immigration goes. I guess sometimes it helps not to be an egghead scholar. Thank you for listening.